As this DJ Wolf here, got a couple of things on my mind here, right quick. Uh, Breaking news, if you don't already know, or hiding under the rock, the Facebook dud, and I'm not going to even say his name. I'm still not going to say his name. You know, that Facebook dud that did dirt on that old man in my home city of Cleveland, Ohio. Decided to go ahead and take the bitch route out and kill himself. All right. He started this mess on Sunday, and he finished himself off this morning around about 11 o'clock, literally. He was caught, and the rumor was he was in Pennsylvania, and that's actually where he ended up, right in Erie. Right out, straight out, off of I-90. I knew he was heading east. I kept telling people, I said, he's probably heading east. Because all of the areas that he said that he was going to target around the city of Cleveland were all on the east side. I knew that. Including the neighborhood that right at the neighborhood I grew up in. And actually, I was just there the day before. You know, I'll tell you. And so the scenario was, he was at McDonald's and bought some lunch. I had in the process of buying lunch. One of the workers who worked at McDonald's over in Erie had identified him, and well, not directly, but they were able to identify who he was. They actually recognized who he was, and was able to get somebody in the store, in the restaurant, to contact the police. And by the time the police came around, he took off, and there was a pursuit that followed. As the cops were getting ready to gain on him, they did a pit maneuver on his car. As he was spinning out, he took the gun out, shot himself in the head. So that's how I ended. I knew he wasn't going to get away for a couple of reasons. Well, one thing I thought of that he might have done was going to hide out in the city. But number two, if he hit out in the city and he just happened to come out, somebody was going to recognize him. So in Ohio, there's something called concealed gun permit that a lot of people in Ohio, including the Cleveland area, have access to. So if he had started some stuff and somebody had recognized him, that would have been his ass. And I think he knew that. He talked all that stupid shit. But unfortunately, he didn't act upon it after he shot that 74-year-old man, which I still think was a tragedy in itself. You know, because he really looked like a really sweet, nice guy. He really did. You know, he did. I don't think he was that kind. From all accounts from his family and everybody, I'm talking about the family of the 74-year-old man, which I forgot his name. I need to mention it. He was very devout Christian. You know, and it just really was disturbing. That shooting was disturbing to me. It was probably one of the most disturbing things I think I've ever seen on Facebook. And I've seen some disturbing stuff on there, literally. But that was definitely one of the most disturbing. You know, matter of fact, one of the most disturbing things I've seen in all my life. And it was just horrible. It was sad. It was tragic. It's just something that should have never happened, because this dude had a trip about his girl, you know, and the fact that he had a gambling problem. It was really had three issues, but those issues were stuff that he just had to deal with. I mean, funny he mentioned about he had an issue with his mom. I got issues with my folks too. And you know what? I just learned to deal with it. You know? It was something on a TV show that I watched recently where it was, matter of fact, it was the Fox show, APB, where the guy kind of had a little bit of a fallout with his dad. Him and his dad didn't always see eye to eye. But the girl on the show was telling him, hey, you know what? You know that he's, you know, a little, you know, on the out, you know, he kind of out there. but you just gotta love him for who he is, you know. And that's kind of how the approach I take it. Yeah, they both get on my nerves, but I both love them. I love them because if it wasn't for them, if it wasn't for them, it would be no me. Period. I wouldn't exist. You know, and I really appreciate that. I truly do. You know, I just wish I had a better, much better, closer relationship with both of them than I do. You know, that's the sad part. But I don't try to take my aggression. I don't use aggression on anybody over something that's personal to me. You know, this guy, he took all of his aggression out and just decided, you know, I'm gonna go willy-nilly because that's the mood I'm in. I mean, that's the wrong approach to deal with anything in life. You know, I mean, there are people who, hey, that have to get up 4:30 in the morning to get to work. They work 12-hour days and don't make any money. Do you think they all like to do that? No, but it's what they do. You know, it's what they do. You know, on the right street. I'm just wondering. It's what they do. You know, it's part of what they do because it's what they have to do. I am on the wrong doggone street. I don't know why I am. And that's how it be sometimes. You know. But my thing of it is, I'm glad he decided once the cops caught up with him that he was just going to just, you know. Unfortunately, he did end it on his own. But at least, you know, he knew that the gig was up once the cops called him. He knew that. You know, I was going to do a podcast about this, but I was like, you know what? There's no point in me talking about this. You know, I just had to say what I had to say about this because there's a lesson to be learned here. You can't use your anger as violence against other people because of your life is screwed up. You know, that's wrong. That's completely wrong. You know, I grew up in Cleveland myself. Like I said, and I've had a hard time in Cleveland. I have had hard times in Cleveland. Believe me, I have very hard times. You know, maybe not the kind of hard times that my parents had growing up, but I've had my own hard times living there, dealing with drama, you know, within my own family, you know. But I learned to cope with it over the years. And, you know, we have disagreements and stuff like that. We have arguments. But I do it with love. I don't sit there and say, you know, stew on it and brew on it all night. You know, that's something that we have to learn to do as people, not to sit there and dwell on stuff to a point where you actually go ham on somebody because it's something you didn't like. You know. Now, speaking of didn't like, there was a couple things I didn't like recently. I don't like the fact that they waited all day to let them students know down at the college of what was going on the campus. They said there was a protest talking about why the school didn't notify me. Oh man, it looked like it was an accident over here. And it was involving a bicycle. Damn. Hope they're all right. Like 4 police cars over here. Paramedic truck. But in any case, but that's all I got to say, man. I'm gonna have to get off here a little early because there's traffic a little around here. I'm getting a little hungry, and I gotta get some Benadryl because my throat's been itching all day. I don't know. It's this allergy season. It's killing me, man. And I can feel it in my throat. It's just been like that all day. I was feeling good until I got in, and then all of a sudden, the pollen. I think that's what it is. This freaking pollen is in my throat or something. Because it's been like, it's just been like, I've never had it this bad before. I guess when you get older, it gets worse. But let me check with my wife to see if she found a Benadryl, because I do not feel like going to the store to get it. But I have a choice, because she probably too damn lazy to go get it in the house. All right, it's DJ Wolf. That's all I got for right now. Questions and comments, of course, about this tragedy. On a serious note, please if you want to talk about it, and we can discuss about things like that. In terms of learning to control your anger, control your temper, and be rational about the things that you do before you, be thoughtful about the things that you're thinking about, man. Put some, be rational about things. Don't just sit there and get out of control because of problems. Yeah, everybody have problems. It's just more along the lines taking control of what your problem is by, manning up or woman up to your issues and handling it yourself without having to take it out on somebody else. That's the point of this. Of course, questions and comments again that can be reached at For All to Hear on YouTube, For All to Hear on Twitter, DJ Wolf Online at yahoo.com, and my Facebook page, of course, is DJ Wolf Live. All right, guys, that's all I got for right now. I got more to say about this other stuff on the back burner. Oh God, this traffic is killing me. This is DJ Wolf. Talk to you guys later. The hell y'all doing out here tonight?